You're here with MMA MACK, and today I'm going to cover UFC 312, giving my picks and preview of each fight, starting with the prelims, moving on to the main card, and end with the main event. This is my second time recording this video. The first time, the audio was all fucked up. It sounded like I was like 50 meters away in some underground car park, so we're going at it again. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully don't have to reshoot a fucking again and waste more time. So, without further ado, without wasting any more time, let's move on to the first fight of the prelims, Kobe Thickness versus Alexandra Topuria. 135-pound fight, bantamweight. Thickness is making his UFC debut. He's got a 7-0 record. He trains at Freestyle Fighting Gym with Volkanovski and his coach Joe Lopez. So he's got some good training partners. He's got a good record. I mean, it's only early in his career, but, you know, nothing too bad. He's pretty young. I've only seen one of Colby's fights where he won via submission halfway through the first round, but, like, it was nothing impressive moving into that. He's striking, I don't know. I don't think it's up to UFC caliber, especially not at 135, man. Like, he didn't look elite. Nothing looked that special. I gotta be honest, he's an Aussie. I want him to do well, but I don't think he has what it takes to be a ranked UFC fighter, especially in 135. I hate to say it because I love supporting our Aussies, but man, I just gotta be honest, he's not that good. He's up against another UFC debutant in Alexandra Topuria. He's the brother of Ilia Topuria. He's got a record of 5 wins and 1 loss, in which he was KO'd in that loss. However, it was 10 years ago, back in 2015. After that, he took a 6-year break, and since coming back in 2021, he's fought 3 times, winning all of them by KO in the first round. But he has been fighting cans. He's been fighting about once a year. I believe he's been one of Ilia's main training partners during that time, as we've just seen some footage of him, you know, pretending to be Ryan Hall and shit before, and, you know, he does move well, man. He looks good. So he's been focused on helping his brother's career out, and now he's decided to start taking his own a bit more serious by the looks of it. The man is 29, so he's not young, but he's not old either. From little I've seen of Alexandre, he's absolutely Ilia's brother. He's got the speed, the power, the technique. Got that Ilia level grappling and style of striking. Obviously I haven't seen him tested yet, so it's hard to say how good he actually is, but I'm comfortable in saying that he's levels above Colby Thickness, and he should run through him. I've got him winning by first round KO. Next up we have nice early toilet break, drink break. Fucking put your drinks in the fridge, get them nice and cold, put them in the freezer, have a fucking chat to your mates, order the fucking food, get ready for the main fights. Alright, then we go on to lightweight bout between Tom Nolan and Vyacheslav Borshev. I fucking pronounced it perfectly on the first fight, on the first fucking recording, but wouldn't you know I fucked up on the second one. Now I'm not recording again, so you have to fucking live with it, too bad. So Tom Nolan, he's a solid prospect, you know, coming out of Oz. He's getting tested against an experienced fighter in Vyacheslav Borshev. A nice test for him, but look, the dude's like 33 years old in Borshev. He's 2-1-3 in his last 6 fights, having 2 wins, 1 draw and 3 losses. He's on the back of a 1-fight win streak. Like, wow, fucking what a fucking killer. Anyway, Nolan's a young up-and-comer with some slick striking. He's 8-1 in his career so far. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Look, looking at it, you know, they've given this fight to give Tom a bit of a test, but really, you know, this is one you expect him to win. I'm going to go with Tom Nolan. You know, I think he's going to win via dominant UD. Maybe a finish, but I'm going UD. Alright. Up next, we have Jack Jenkins and Gabriel Santos fighting at 145 pounds. You probably know Jack Jenkins. He's a bit of a name compared to some of the other fighters on this card. He's coming off a nice win via TKO, having his opponent retire in the corner, which is pretty rare for MMA. It's more of a boxing thing, so pretty impressive there. Jenkins, he's a well-rounded fighter. You know, he can submit you, he can knock you out. Got some solid striking, solid ground game. He's coming off a 1-fight win streak. You know, not that impressive in terms of numbers, but the fight before that, he lost via TKO due to an arm injury. I mean, it's hard to really knock him for that, man. It was a freak injury. It was like, you know, he fights 100 times. It probably happens once, if that. Going for a takedown, the other dude, like, defending it, had his arm fucking locked in and just his shoulder popped and whatever. Pretty shitty for Jack. So can't really blame him for that. It's still a loss, but, you know, he was looking good. He wasn't getting his ass beat or anything like that, so whatever, is what it is. His opponent, Gabriel Santos, he's 1-2 in his last 3 fights, come off the back of a win over Zha Yi, whoever the fuck that is, so... Alright. Like, I literally have no idea who Zha Yi is. I've never even heard of that name. Apparently he's a UFC fighter. So, yeah. Anyway, both guys are early on in their career, but similarly experienced outside of the UFC. Look, I'm going to go with Jenkins in this one, not just because he's Aussie, but he's faced and beaten better opponents and looked better whilst doing it. I'm going to pick him to win via 3rd round TKO. On to the main card. We have Jake Matthews and Francisco Prado fighting at welterweight. So it's 170 pounds. At this point, I've got no faith in Jake Matthews to win a fight. Nothing about this man is consistent other than his inconsistency. He's basically the Michael Johnson of welterweight. Like, I mean, the dude is literally 50-50 in his last 6 fights. He's went loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. His last fight was a win, so he's due for a loss if he's going to keep up his inconsistency. Look, he's been in the UFC since 2014, over 10 years. He's not a young fella anymore. He's what you call a vet, I guess, these days. He's up against a young prospect in Prado. He's only 22. And although he's coming off a loss, he showed some solid glimpses. He's, out of the 2 fighters, who's going to improve the most between fights? Fuck, you'd have to think it'd be Francisco, the young 22-year-old, rather than the UFC vet who's up and down, near 30 years old, fucking 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. So, look, it's a typical fucking vet versus a young up-and-comer. Matthews, look, when he's on, though, he's good. He's shown some good boxing, some good grappling. Like, he has some ability. And that's the problem. It's a good test for Prado. Although it depends who's going to fucking rock up to the game, doesn't it? I've got no idea what version Matthews is going to rock up. If he's on, it could be over early. He could get a nice early finish. But, if he doesn't show up, I think Prado wins via submission. I'm going to bet with my heart here and not my head, because my head fucking with MMA, half the time it doesn't fucking work anyway. The most random shit will happen, like GSP will get taken out by Matt Serra, Sean Strickland will take out Israel Adesanya, fucking... this kind of shit happens, bro. So, I'm betting with my heart here, and I'm hoping that the home crowd can help bring out the best in Matthews. And if we do, and we see the best version of him, I think we can get a win via TKO in the 2nd round. Look, if that doesn't happen, I can see Prado getting a submission in the late 2nd or 3rd round. Sitting on the fence a bit, but ultimately I'm going with Matthews. Fuck, it is what it is. Up next, we have Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato fighting at light heavyweight. It's fucking old Jimmy knock-knees Crute. Look, this dude, when he's walking around, you look at his feet while he's striking and moving around the octagon, looks like he's stepping on fucking Lego. Look like fucking Forrest Gump with his fucking knock-knees when he's wearing those braces and he gets them off for the first time. It's horrible to watch, man. Anyway, so look, on top of that, Crute's on the back of 3 losses and 1 draw out of his last 4 fights, so hasn't got a fucking win in his last 4. If he loses this one, let's be real, it's over for him, man. He's out of the UFC. He hasn't fought since 2023, like 18 months ago, where he lost via submission after getting pieced up on the feet. Rodolfo, on the other hand, he's on the back of 4 wins in a row and some, nice KOs. I'm going to be real here. I want my Aussie to win, but, let's be real. This motherfucker look like Bryce Mitchell's fucking uncle here. He's looking like Theo Von's fucking brother. This dude, does he look like that? It ain't even close. They're at different points in their career, despite being, the same age. This should really be a layout for Rodolfo. I think that's what the UFC thinks and hopes happens as well. I've got to go against the Aussie here. I'm going to go Rodolfo to win via late 1st round or early to mid-2nd round TKO. Moving on, we have a tittyweight division fight between Justin Tafa and Talison Teixeira. Sorry, man, I can't help but fucking rip on these fat heavyweights, bro. It's just fucking sad. But, you think being fucking the top athletes in the world, they'd have a bit of fucking, discipline about them, but whatever, here's what it is. So anyway, look, the Mark Hunt clone number 2, Justin Tafa coming in against fucking tall, fucking lanky Talison Teixeira. Tafa's an experienced UFC fighter now. He's a dude. He's a typical heavyweight. You know, he's plotty, got some power, got a chin. He can knock you out, take some fucking hits. Plotty, jiggly, fat heavyweight. Though he's got a bit more power and a better chin than your average heavyweight. He does well, funnily enough, though, against long fighters, which is what Teixeira is. And Teixeira's coming on debut. He's only got 7 fights in his career. He's 7-0. But the level of competition he's fought has not been at the level of Justin Tafa or the guys he's fought. It's a big test for him, honestly, coming into it. He's young, he's tall, he's big. I'm thinking the UFC, to put him up against Tafa in his first fight, they either hate him or they think he's a prospect. I'm going to go with they think he's a bit of a prospect. Having said that, nah, fuck it. I'm going Tafa by KO second round. Up the fucking, New Zealand, Aussie fucking Anzacs. Sorry to share it. Too fucking bad, lad. You chose the wrong card. On to the next one. The first women's fight I've actually covered on this channel because I actually respect these two, mainly Zheng Weili or Weili Zheng, however you want to fucking say it. Gets changed every other fucking day, I swear. But look, Weili's coming in, the defending champion, which she's got 3 or 4 defenses in a row. She's beat some good competition. She's got some fucking power in her hands, exciting fight style. Coming off a few decisions, but, can't fucking knock everyone out all the time. Tatiana Suarez is coming in on a 10-fight win streak. She's undefeated in her career. She's got a lot of submissions, so good grappling game. Look, I like Weili. On paper, she's a better fighter in my opinion. More well-rounded, more dangerous, more ways to end the fight. But I don't know, I think Suarez, I got this feeling that Suarez is just gonna fucking Nate Diaz the fuck out of her and just, take the damage on the feet. Maybe land something on Zhang, hurt her a bit. Take her down and choke her out. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's just what I got a feeling it's happening. I can fucking see it happening now, man. I'm thinking in the 4th round. So look, say what you will. I want Zheng Weili to win. I like her. I like her fight style. She's fucking, she's a nice lady too. She's fucking cute and shit. Not looking wise, she looks like a fucking man, but cute personality. She's a good fighter. Respectable person. Respectable fucking style. But look at this face, man. That's a big old man of face. Look at that jaw. She's taking the punches. She's fucking, old Titiana's getting her down and she's choking her out. Right under that chin there. Alright, enough of that. We'll move on to the main event. The main event of the evening. Fucking Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland for the middleweight belt. So this one, we've seen this one before. Dricus obviously beaten Strickland to win the fucking belt in a close decision, a split decision. A lot of people thought Sean won. A lot of people thought Dricus won. I tend to get the feeling, the casual fan thought Sean won, probably just because they like him better, but it was a close fight. It could have gone either way. I thought Dricus definitely won it. And I was rooting for Sean as well. I was rooting for Sean at the time. I might have even said initially that I thought he won it, then I watched it back. And I think Dricus did. They did get the decision right. But anyway, look, Dricus until this point has remained undefeated in the UFC. He's beaten the best in the division. Got some fucking impressive wins. He's got, on his record so far, he's got Darren me fucking ACL, Till, Robert Whittaker, Derek Bumpson, Israel Adesanya, and of course Strickland. Look, this is Dricus' main UFC run. We're going to find out if it stays on track and just how long it's going to go for, if Sean's going to be able to derail it. Strickland's coming off a split decision win over Paulo Costa. Seems to be a bit of a habit for Strickland. He's been involved in 7 split decisions throughout his career. And he's won 5 of them, losing 2. And so far, his last 2 fights were split decisions as well. Look, hopefully we don't get that shit again. I don't think we will. I think Dricus is going to change the game up a bit. Strickland, he's going to try, but we'll see, man. Look, people talk shit about Strickland's style, saying he's safe and it's basic and it's boring. Are they forgetting what he did to Adesanya? Are they forgetting what he did to Dricus' face? Are they forgetting the fight with Cannonier? Are they forgetting what he did to Abus Magomedov? Fucking whatever his name is. Sure, he'll jab, he'll teep. He's pretty defensively sound. He'll have his fucking guard up. But he'll fucking swing too, man. He will swing. He's better than watching a Marab or Israel Adesanya, when he's, not on the steroids, being all fucking hesitant, when he's fighting someone like Yoel Romero, sitting back, just spamming fucking leg kicks that are grazing the shin and fucking... he did land some good leg kicks too that fucked up his leg, I'm not gonna lie, but... You know what I mean? Just spamming leg kicks and just fucking a little feints and a jab that lands every fucking 20 seconds, 30 seconds. The most boring fucking style there is Marab that just fucking spams takedowns, spams fucking failed takedowns for like 5 rounds straight. There are worse styles out there is what I'm getting at. Then Dricus, like, people talk shit about his style too, and it is fucking ridiculous looking. Like, I never would have picked him to beat Whittaker, to beat Till, to beat back in the day, and then when I kept watching him just keep fucking winning and finding a way to work. Like, he got some attributes. He sort of strikes a little bit in ways like Jan Blachowicz. His arms, he's got those big fucking long arms, and the way he throws them at weird angles, and he can generate power, and they're fucking, not the exact same, but it's the only similar I can think about, the only similar style. But Jan, Jan's way more fucking technical and defensively sound than Dricus, although different. But Dricus, he does the basics right, sticks his arms up, has his guard up, he may not look good when he does shit, but it works, and that's the main thing. If it works, it doesn't matter how it fucking looks. But anyway, enough on that. Look, I think it comes down to who's improved the most. It's, I'm sure most people probably who have any idea about fighting probably think the same. And looking at the two, Strickland's not going to change, man. We just know it. I'd like to see him mix in some grappling, switch it up a bit, but what's he going to do different? Punch harder? What, you weren't punching hard the first time? Yeah, the Mo, whatever, you look like a fucking badass fucking skinhead fucking cop or whatever. Also a bit of a fucking pedo, weird cunt. But I don't know what Strickland's going to be able to do. If he wins, I'll be perfectly happy. I like Strickland. But I just don't see it happening. I think Dricus, he's improved way more. He's just come off the back. His confidence is high. He's on his run. He's undefeated. He's just beat fucking Adesanya via submission. The man's tough. He doesn't give up. He breaks people. He can beat Strickland. You've got so many ways to beat him. Doesn't necessarily mean he will beat him any of these ways, but he can knock him out. He can submit him. He can just fucking dominate him with, mixing wrestling with striking. He can go the full 5 rounds. He can push the pace. All Strickland can do is, he might be able to KO him, maybe. I don't know. He's got some, he fucked Adesanya up and some other people up. He might be able to do that. He's got some good anti-grappling. He's probably going to just take you to a decision, though, isn't he? Might be able to stop you by a doctor's stoppage, maybe, but these are all things that are unlikely to happen. So, look, they're both at the top of the division for a reason. Any guy could win. I think, though, it's going to be Dricus winning in a more dominant fashion than the first fight. I think UD winning 3 or 4 of the 5 rounds. They'll be probably relatively close rounds, majority of them, if not all of them. Actually, you know what? Fuck, I'm changing that. I think it'll be close and competitive, but I can just see Dricus getting him up against the fence, fucking getting on his throat or on his jaw, and just fucking cranking it. Similar to Adesanya in a way, fucking rear naked choke or crank. At the end of the 3rd round, I think, keeping the belt. And yeah, look, that's it. I think Sean's going to go in there. He's going to fucking do his best. He's also got staph as well, which is another thing. Don't know how much of an effect it's going to have on him. Typically, it does fuck you up a bit, or at least the meds you're on. Antibiotics fuck you up a bit in your cardio, but we'll see. No excuses. Fucking could still win it. But enough of that anyway. Look, those are my thoughts on UFC 312. Thanks for sticking around. If you did, or even if you didn't and you are watching this, you just fucking fast forwarded, don't forget to like and subscribe. It is appreciated. It does help me know, I'm doing something alright, or that someone's enjoying it. I'm going to keep pumping it out either fucking way anyway. But look, thanks. Have a good one, lads, and I'll see you after the card with our review.